Hello everyone and welcome to my channel The Mysterious World. You know what, when I was in school, I read something in the textbooks that still bothers me. It was the fact that 70% of the surface of the earth is covered with water. But as per I know that when the earth was formed, it was a huge ball of fire. So from where did or how did earth get its water? It is a question that even made the scientists scratch their heads to give proper explanation. So in this video, we are going to learn that from where did or how did Earth get its water? What are the scientific theories and explanations given to this question? So watch this video till the end. When we see the Earth from space, the first thing that comes in our mind is that Earth has a lot of water. This water is essential for the survival of life on Earth, and it also makes our planet look more beautiful. But Earth is not the only rocky planet in the solar system. There are also other rocky planets like Mercury, Venus, and Mars. But all those planets don't have even 1% of the total amount of water that Earth has. So how did Earth get its water? Or from where did Earth get its water? This has been a topic of debate for the scientists over the last few years. There are two popular theories stated by the scientists that can explain that how did Earth get its water. The first theory states that Earth held on to some water when it was formed, whereas the second theory states that Earth got its water from the asteroids. The asteroids which contain some amount of heavy water in themselves and are also known as carbonaceous chondrites. So to know about these two theories in detail, watch this video till the end. The main aim in this video is to explain the existence of water on Earth in a simple way. So let's get started. Our first theory states that the Earth held on to some water when it was formed. We know that Sun and all the other planets were formed by gas and dust particles. These gas and dust particles have an icy nebula. And we know that during the initial phase, initially when the Earth was formed, it was very hot. The temperature of the Earth was too high for ice to sustain on the surface of the Earth. That means that ice would have been converted into water. But the temperature was even too high for water to sustain. That means most of the water would have been evaporated. But according to some scientists, some water was retained by the Earth's core and it was present in the mantle, where it was recycled over time, and over time the amount of water on the surface of the Earth increased, and it led to the amount of water that we have today. But there are a lot of limitations of this theory, such as if this process was carried out for Earth, then Mars, Venus, Mercury, these all are also rocky planets. Then why this process was not carried out for them? Also, the temperature of the Earth was too high during the initial phase that even a small amount of water, it was very difficult for even a small amount of water to sustain in the core. Also, it is very difficult for such a small amount of water to get recycled and converted into that huge amount. Now, because of the limitations of the first theory, we come to the second theory, which states that water on the Earth came from asteroids and comets. Now, if we look at the composition of the water of the Earth in the oceans, we find that in the oceans there are also presence of heavy water, which is formed by the isotope of hydrogen, which is deuterium. Now, deuterium is different from an ordinary hydrogen because deuterium consists of one neutron and one proton, whereas hydrogen does not consist of any neutron. Now the comets that are present in the inner part of our solar system consist of heavy water, but that amount of heavy water is more richer than the heavy water present in the ocean. This means that the comets that are present in the inner part of our solar system are not responsible for the amount of water present on the surface of the Earth. But in some studies it is found that the asteroids which are present in the outer part of the solar system have the same composition of heavy water as our oceans have. So maybe that asteroids are responsible for the amount of water present on the Earth. But if you look at the asteroid composition, that means the amount of water that our Earth has, it would take a millions of asteroids to strike the Earth to get that amount of water. So this is a limitation to this theory, because of which this theory also cannot be stated to be entirely true, or this theory cannot entirely explain the existence of water on the surface of Earth. Well, as per my opinion, I think that neither of this theory is entirely correct. So if we join both these theories, that means we can say that some part of our water is planetary water which was retained when our Earth was formed, whereas the other part came from the asteroids. So if we combine this theory, then I think that it makes more sense. So maybe if we combine this theory, then we can know about the existence of water on the Earth. Thank you everyone for taking out your precious time and watching this video. If you like the video, then hit the like button. If you dislike the video, then hit the dislike button and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more such interesting and informative videos.